Hello. Um, so I decided to go live uh, just because there was a reason. There was a reason. Um, yeah. Um, yes. The recording has a time limit of like 10 minutes on here, and I don't know if I'm going to be talking for longer than 10 minutes for each one of these subjects. So um, I figured, we go live, and then after that, I can kind of like chop it up maybe and go from there. Um, a few things I wanted to talk about. Not exactly sure where to start. I was thinking about the speech from the great dictator. Um, like specifically like this line right here. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone, if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. Like that. I don't know. Like I started thinking about the concept of whiteness. Like that like those that sentence is like if I avoid looking at the screen, it's because I don't want to see the chat stuff. Can I hide this? How do I do this? Please. Please. Mm. I don't want to be watching what is put on here just because like I already saw someone say extremist, and so like I really don't want to deal with that. Um, I'm going to talk about the great dictator. That's gonna happen. See, this is a problem because like I could have gone live like on my thing, but uh, technology is not working with me. And if I go live here, the whole shebang, and I don't. Mm. Like these are like complex topics, and to like I don't. I would very much like to have my computer back. All right, let's talk about the great dictator. I do not want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. Like I'm thinking about, like, I haven't seen The Great Dictator, okay? I'm thinking about this in the context of the audience. Like what could have transpired through the entire movie to get to the point where he's like almost scared to like talk about the things that he's saying. It's like a moment like in your face, you know, like um, to be faced with the reality, you know. And then like it gets to this point where like in the audience that was watching the movie, I'm assuming boxes started appearing everywhere. Okay, and that's what I'm assuming happened. Um, and so when he says, "I should like to help everyone if possible," Jew, Gentile, black man, white. The boxes that appear in the context of like the ideology of Jews and Gentiles, already there steeped in original sin, and then to like I feel like the entire movie is a subversion of um, this idea of like going back to that thing that I keep talking about the golden age, you know. um, why does he say black man, white? Like what is the concept of whiteness? Like outside of like everything that we live in today, you know, the labels, the extremism, all of that. And I will talk about the American Project here in a second. But outside of like all of that, like what does it mean to be white? To be pure, no judgment out of to anybody. And yeah, it's like a like an in your face moment of like being separated from that, you know, like you've been separated from the ideal that you um, strive to, you know. Um, like to say, okay, so let's say there's the golden era, you know, the concept of whiteness, purity, no judgment, no borders, all of that. Okay, the Jews are the chosen people of God. They carry the message throughout, but in their original sin of like Jew and Gentile, they themselves become a Gentile because they're so separated from the idea, you know? To label someone a black man and to see that as like error, you know? I don't know. Like it's an interesting thing, you know, it's an interesting thing to think about. Um, and then we think about like the position of like the people in power right now, you know? Um, do they carry this ideal or have they accepted the idea of like the capitulation to nature, as I've spoken on so many times? Um, I don't like using labels like black and white. I said yesterday, like the car thing drives me insane. These coded messages, like I don't like it. Just let me be. Um, but like Like right now, like, you know, like everything that's happening so far as me not being able to post. Like I haven't even posted on YouTube at all today because I don't want to deal with it. But um, and like there's like videos that haven't posted. Like it's all scattered right now. And then we talk about the American project and what it stands for. You know, like I hate that identity politics has driven so far into everything because like the American project should have been something beautiful, like an ideal of like everybody coming here, you know, like the concept of whiteness is this melting pot of like everybody coming together, you know. But it's been like corrupted. It's been turned into like an identity politics type of like thing, and yeah. Yeah, I think that's it for that one. All right, next. um okay, I want to talk about my part in the discourse over the last few years. um the To me, emotions have always been passengers on a journey, you know. um I take days as they come, as I go like towards a goal, you know. um I was thinking about my role in the discourse, and I was thinking about one of the songs that was in the playlist that I made, and the the gist of the song was like, basically it starts off by saying that, you know, like I've learned how to go through time and accept emotions as they come, and still understand that there's like a bigger scope to where I'm headed, you know. um and it kind of like goes from like me speaking within the vocals to then being the bass line of the song. And in essence, like the audience gets subverted and the audience becomes the people that are talking, and I'm just like bass line throughout the entire thing, you know. And then the song after that um is essentially the bass line completely gone, and it's just the audience and an enigmatic deity, let's call it. um and it's just that, and the bass line isn't there anymore. And I was thinking about that in the context of like getting subsumed into the discourse, you know, to play the bass line, and then last year understanding that I was part of the community and like delving like really deeply into it, like getting to know like a good chunk. I feel like I may not know all of it, but like I feel like I got to know a good chunk of it. Um, but like I was no longer playing the bass line. I was no longer I was at the whims of algorithms, and I was at the whims of uh, noise. Let's call it okay. Um, and I'm just thinking, like I wrote abduction down, and then I like wrote an arrow from that point that I just made to abduction. Like it feels like I did lose a little part of that like baseline, that um, being able to walk through time, understanding that there's a goal, and not getting so caught up in the emotions of every day. You know. Um, so that's really interesting. You know. Um, I think that's it. I don't have anything else to talk about. Um, let's see. Let's see. Early TV, like early shows from like the 1920, whenever it started, um, when they started like speaking and stuff like that. I think like it's a lot easier to understand the language because it's not so encrypted. Um, so um, yeah, it's like everybody like there's a dissatisfaction with everybody, you know, and nobody talks about it. Nobody like says anything about it. They just stay unsatisfied without like doing any like no one talks about it. No one talks about it. Just the light dies. It would be nice if I had my computer back so I could like break like I would play that scene and break it down. All right. I think that's it. Those are the two main points I wanted to talk about. Everything else will be kind of sporadic because I don't think I'm gonna be. I might. We'll see. This is so frustrating, though. This is so incredibly frustrating. Uh, Oh, one more thing. I was thinking about the the addressing fraud thing. Um, that was. I keep thinking that like they went into my stomach at the end of it, and like I will eat the whole world. All right. See you guys later.